Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. How's everybody? I see lots of people here. Hi. Um, it's good to see you also. Um, guess what I have? I love thrift shopping. I always have great finds. People love to see what I found. Well, I found this crab and he runs across your desk when you work. But I'm wondering if Maddie would like to play with them. It's got lots of switches. Let me see if I can turn it on and turn it off. He'll run. Okay. Let me turn him off. There we go. Anyway, it was $3 plus I got a discount. So let's see if Maddie wants that. I don't know. I buy these things. To give away. Hi, Carlos. How are you? It's a baby toy. Oh my goodness. It's got a lot of little parts to it. I want to show you guys something. Okay. Um, some of some of you might know from the years that I've been doing shows that my mentor is Kim Een, a fantastic psychic tarot reader in San Diego, and she's highly rated. And I will tell you in the future all the crazy things that she predicted for me that came true. And she's amazing. But guess what? Look at this. Let me take this off so you can see. Coming soon. So I can't believe how lucky I am to have Kim Een join us and do live readings. Now we're inviting Maddie anytime he wants to go on, but we're going to be on like once a week. And she is so amazing. She's going to do readings for everyone. She'll have a reading special also for everybody if you want more in depth with her. But she's a hypnotherapist, so she does past life regression, and very healing thing. She does all kinds of stuff. And so we're just kind of getting it together because we have all these ideas of what we can do and what we can teach you, and also do the free readings. And we're thinking about doing events in San Diego. We're thinking about doing like a private room where we can do different things. And one of the things is if anybody's interested in a support group, metaphysically working towards losing weight, we are thinking about doing that. And because there's so many different ways that you can heal, you guys know I use the miracle of metaphysical healing, things like that, manifesting, or just regular tips and everything, just to support people in that goal. Because I mean, we're all losing weight. I have 5 more pounds to lose. That's it. Then I set my goal myself because my goal was already passed and I kept losing. So I go 5 more, that's it. So anyway, if you guys want to do that, that would be great. Well, do I see Dina? Dina, my niece, is right there. I see her in the comments. Hi, Dina. So let's go over the little rules that we have here quickly so I can start doing readings. Maddie will be coming in to do readings as well. Kim is going to start with me on December 2nd. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and we will start doing free readings and get into all your questions and all of that. I'm telling you, she will blow you guys away. The first time I sat down with her, I had a reading with her at Encinitas at a bookstore, and she was crazy spot on details. So we're going to have fun. I can't wait to have her start. But I'll be showing her And in social media, I'll be putting everything out so you can subscribe and know when she's going to be having an event, online. So always fun. All right. So it's Wisdom Wednesday. I'll try to be wise for you. Okay. I wrote these out. We randomly select. We don't keep a list, okay? You must be 18 or over for a reading. No health includes pregnancy. No legal questions, please. No proper names in your request. So don't say like, does Dan love me? Say my person I'm thinking about, my love interest, whatever, something like that. Your ex, your relative, whatever you want to say. Don't put their name because we won't put it up. Okay. And let's see. These are free readings. And one thing that we'd love for you to do is give us a thumbs up on the broadcast so that we can travel more out there, and they'll spread us a little bit further out so we can get more people viewing. Consider subscribing to Matty Tarot on YouTube, Psychic Fixes on YouTube, and Psychic Fixes on Facebook. We appreciate all those things. Let's see if there's anything else here. Okay, this here. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, these are free readings, but we lovingly accept tips if you want to do it by sending us a tip. It does show your appreciation, but it doesn't guarantee you a reading. If you don't get a reading tonight, please come back to our next show, which will be Friday. And the last one, please share the show. Okay. So tonight I am using, as I always do, the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Matty will come in and then he'll tell you what he's going to be using tonight. I love when he does the charms and the little tiny cards. If you guys ever see those little cards that he has, because he got them at a festival or something, just shoot me an email at psychicfixes@gmail.com because I want to get some. And so anyway, he'll be in and then we're going to alternate, but I'm going to go ahead and start and get as many as I can done. So yes, no questions. Matty can do those. He'll have a pendulum and you'll be able to see the pendulum go back and forth to answer your question. Okay. So I'm going to start looking for someone. So post your requests and let me scan them really fast. Now, tonight I can do November, December, January 3-month reading if you want. If you want me to look at a holiday, ask me to look at, that particular holiday and I'll do that for you. If you want a general reading, tell me. If you have a question, go ahead and post it. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking. Yes, just go ahead and post your question. Ask a question. Okay, I'm looking through. Okay, Summer, you have to take the person's name out of your request and say my, love interest or person of interest or, something like that. All right. And okay, I'm going to start with Mary. Now, for you guys that haven't got a reading from me before, it takes me a few seconds to connect to the energy. Then I have to take cards. And that's why I like when Matty's here because he'll talk to you and talk to you while I'm doing that. Okay. And so let's go ahead and start with Mary. I do very fast readings. You will get amazing readings from Matty. So he gives so much insight and good advice that everybody can, align with, So let me go ahead and I'm going to connect Mary, and then I'm just going to ask the other side to do this general. There's a lot of people in here, so you guys go give a thumbs up. Thank you for the one person that gave us a thumbs up. So please do that. Go to that little like thumbs up, heart, whatever. Don't do an angry emoji, but you can do the heart and all that stuff. So let's see you do that. There you go. You guys are doing it. Okay, Mary, let's do your reading. Okay, General, thank you. So I was just talking to my it's more than my guides. I use every good being I can think of when I do readings. And I think that's really important. Okay, Mary General. Now I'm going to take 10 cards. First 4 cards will be for you. It represents you, energy over you. I get a glimpse of the future, a glimpse of the past, and then what their message is. Okay. So let me grab those cards right now. Takes the longest time is taking these cards. Okay, let me put a little bit of energy in the cards. I'm going to turn them over right now. First card that will come down will represent you. Okay. I love the energy crossing you, Mary. Oh my gosh. So good. You do have a message about money. Okay. I'm going to take a couple extra cards because there's one card I want to clarify. Gives a little bit more about what is going on. Almost done. Okay. It's all, a lot of money stuff. I don't want you to worry about money, but you're manifesting the money, believe me. Okay, the card that represents you really is a card that just says whatever you're doing is what you're doing. So if you are working, whatever your work is, it just shows me that. There's no bells and whistles or anything with this. This is what you're doing now. That's what's important, and you're working on whatever your work is. Now, the energy crossing over you, it's something that can be coming in, but for me, it's what you're manifesting in, and that is everything. I want the relationship, I want the wealth, I want family to be good. It's wonderful because when you manifest that in, you're making your own reality. So I do feel like that you are, starting to work on bringing that in. That's what you're manifesting. I want everything good. And that is the wealth card too. So just the energy over you. So keep it up. I do feel like you're just going to kind of skate along here. We do have holidays coming up and stuff like that. It just shows me in the future, whatever's good for everybody's good for you. I love that. It's a selfless card, but it is also the path of least resistance. It's easier flowing. All right, past position, you may have got something that you really wanted. I like that a lot. Now, I don't have a timing on here, but um, they're showing me a message of stay positive and also to learn and do the law of attraction. Keep manifesting. But no matter what happens, hang in there because great things are destined for you. Great things are coming for you. But for now, hang in there. Sometimes we, have to have hope and courage and stay connected to our guides. But, in the future, it's really great. But right now, stay positive. They show me, let's talk about the money because it shows me that juggling money. Sometimes we juggle money, we have to budget money, we have to take money and put it somewhere. But I do feel like there is good news of money for you. But I want to go a little bit more into the future for it. But I'm going to talk to you in a minute about something. It does show me some great fears on your path. I don't think that you need to be fearful about finances or anything like that. It does show me a trip coming. It does show me fond memories of the past is coming. And that's always great. When we get to this time of year, we're always making sure that we sit down and think of sweet memories and people. Now let's go back to the money. I wanted to know, what are the fears about? And they said you'll be waiting for some kind of results about an investment and thinking about your future. So don't have fears come in for any of this, especially if we're manifesting money in. We want to be positive and say that money's coming. A lot of times I tell people to use commanding energy, which is a great way to manifest. You say, universe, I want, there's a blank, fill it in. How much money do you want? How, realistically, and do you want it to come in on a regular basis, lump sum, and give it a date, a realistic date to come in. But I do see that in the future there'll be some kind of it's more of a negative energy. It's, so I go with fears with this, waiting on results, waiting to see about an investment. And really, what do I do? What is my future going to be, and how do I want it to play out? So that's what I do have coming up for you. So the only thing I would say on this, manifest the money, and don't have any fears, and ask your guides for clarity in making decisions. Okay, that will be a good one. Whenever I see the investment card, and the investment's going to be slow growing, but eventually makes a lot of money. Okay, so no worries about that. Keep manifesting for that to come in. So overall, I feel like you are manifesting the good stuff to come in. I think it's all really fine. I do see an adventure for you, or a trip coming, and I'm taking that time probably at the end of the year to think about the past and good memories. Okay, and that's what I have for you, Mary. Thanks for coming in. Oh, guess who's here? Hi. You're
Hi.
welcome, Mary. Hi.
How
Okay,
are
I'm
you?
just writing down. Okay. I found a toy you might want. Remember when I talked about that crab?
The what?
The crab I got at the thrift store? He runs around your desk in case you want him. If I put him down, he'd run. If you would like to have him,
That
I'll meet up with you and give him to you.
that's literally amazing. I want it. Yes.
Yes, and you can charge him up and unplug it, but he will run like heck across your table, your floor, or whatever,
Oh my gosh,
and
how
blink
fun.
his eyes. And he cute, and he plays music. I know
I love it.
it was a great find for me. I was
That is
trying to
so
get his
fun.
label up. Yeah.
That's
Okay, it's
so
yours.
fun. I
We'll
love
meet
it.
up. We'll meet up. So no, I'm getting a lot of stuff done. I'm really happy about that.
Good.
I did tell everybody that I am going to, in December, have the wonderful Kim Een come and do a show, and you are invited to come into these shows. We're gonna talk about. She's a hypnotherapist,
Okay.
so she does past life regressions and stuff. She wants
Okay.
to do one on me. I don't have anybody do stuff on me, but you know. Oh, Opal is gonna freak out. You still have Opal still
Yeah.
fostering?
Yes.
Okay, with the crab. Kim
Oh,
says
Kim
that.
says she's gonna figure out with the crab. I'm so done. That's so funny. She'll probably love it.
Let's.
She'll probably try to
I
eat
don't
it.
know. Oh, really? Okay. No, I need to meet her too.
She's
So,
adorable. She's back here. She's
oh, she.
chewing on a bully stick.
Oh, okay. She's good then. Let's see. I just did Mary. And
Right.
I told people that you would let them know what you are going to use, and I'm going to go select somebody.
Yes, yes, yes. Give me 1
Oh,
second.
oh, you know what I did? I wrote the rules in and put them up on the screen.
Oh,
So
sorry.
I don't have to remember. So I went through all the rules with everybody.
Oh yeah? You
Yeah.
put it in a comment?
Yeah, I put all of them, but you can only put so many words in there, and then they cut you off.
Right.
So I have to go redo those at some point. But yeah,
Okay, well, let's
okay.
see. I'm gonna pick somebody.
Oh, I love seeing that. Thank you, Mary. All
Right.
right. Okay.
Um,
I selected somebody. I'm going to type the name in. Nettie, I'm going to do your reading next.
all right. Pranjit or Pranjit Pukan. Pranjit Pukan. All right. Pranjit. Hi, everybody. Hi. Thank you. I see your comments. Hi. So, Pranjit Pukan. It says, may I have a well, it says ma'am, but that's okay. May I have a reading on, may I have a reading about my relationship and marriage? I'm single now, looking for a female partner. So it looks like you're saying about like your relationship life or your future relationships, and what your marriage is going to look like in the future is what you're looking for, right? Thank you, much gratitude. Okay, let's see. Tonight I'm using the Archangel Power Tarot. I've also got my Prism Oracle, Inner Guidance Messages. I've got the pendulum for anybody who has a yes or no. We've also got the charms and my crystal cards, and yeah. So let's see what Pranjit, future relationships and what your marriage is going to look like. Any info about that for Pranjit? Let's see. Hope I'm saying your name right. Okay, you got the 3 of Gabriel, the King of Ariel, and the Star. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Ace of Ariel. Now, what's all that mean, right? So give me just a second. Okay. So first and foremost, I'm getting here that what you need to do is you need to date with intention. So your best bet to finding somebody that you are compatible with and that you will have longevity and success with is to date with intention. And what that means is, a lot of the time we don't realize we're doing this, but a lot of people when they go on a date or they're dating, they meet somebody and let's all be real here. We're not gonna say we're not gonna beat around the bush and say that like somebody's appearance is what initially draws us in most of the time. When we're attracted to somebody, it's based most of the time. I'd say there's some instances where maybe you've heard about somebody or you just like you see how they interact and what they do, and you kind of have an allure about them. They have an allure about them, but most of the time it's physical and you're physically attracted in some way. So that's what draws you in. And then getting to know a person, their personality, and a lot of other factors play into what continues either builds the attraction more or it fades out, or it continues this allure and attraction towards somebody. So I'm asking, you're being asked to kind of pay less attention to that. So you want to date with intention, meaning you want to try and find somebody with the qualities that align with your values. And if you don't know what your values are, you need to identify them. So you need to essentially make you don't need to write it out, but like come up with like a list of what do you want in a partner? What do you want from a relationship? If you just find yourself, because here's the thing about a real relationship. Hold on. Here's the thing about a true relationship that has a meaningful connection and there's longevity to it. You're not sitting there asking, what can my partner give me? What can I get from my partner? A meaningful connection is based on two people who are both thinking in a way of, what can I bring to my partner? What can I bring to the relationship? How can we come together to make something? All too often, many people are dating and trying to get something from it. They're doing it they're like, well, what are you going to do for me? Or what are you bringing to the table? And that's just in my opinion, that's just a completely wrong mindset. Because it's superficial. It's filled with expectations. It's based on and this idea that you must, in order for you to do something, you must receive something. And that's just that's have you ever heard the best way to receive everything you want is to give? So the secret to receiving is giving. And that's what it is. It's when you give with a pure heart and you have no expectations, you receive that back in like tenfold. So anyway, what I'm getting at is you need to surrender to the whole of the circumstances. There is something that there's some sort of like prosperous growth in a partnership that comes when you have intentional planning, when you are not just, shooting with somebody and you're kind of just hanging around and like, oh, well, we'll see where it goes. No, tell the person, like when you meet somebody, ask them what they want out of a relationship, what their intentions are, what's their end goal. Are they dating to just, they just want to kind of see where it goes, and we'll see, and it's all up in the air and iffy and all this, and you don't know. It's like, okay, that person's probably going to waste your time. You should probably just move on to the next person, right? So you want to ask, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are your goals? Why are you what's your goal in dating somebody? What are you ultimately looking for? What's your end goal? All that, right? So for example, I did this with my husband, and I mean, within the first week, I told him, I said, I'm dating, like if I were to date somebody, it's ultimately to see if there's compatibility for the ultimate goal of longevity and eventually, marriage. That's what I'm aiming for. And if that's not what you also see for yourself in the future, well, then we can just, not waste each other's time. Right here, I want to know up front. And that's what he was looking for as well. So then we got to know each other. It's not like you're telling the person, I love you, I don't want to marry you tomorrow, and if you're not going to marry me, then I don't want to date you. That's not what it is. And anybody who can't have an adult conversation about what their expectations of a relationship are and what their future, where do they see this going? Not necessarily this with you, because they just met you. They don't know. So there's no way to really tell until you get to know somebody, right? But where do they see themselves going with the idea of a relationship? What do they want out of that? If they can't have that conversation, well, I'll tell you right now, that's a huge red flag. Because relationships enter a stage of conflict eventually. There's clashing, you clash heads, right? And if they can't talk to you about something as simple as that, what makes you think they're going to work through any problems with you when things actually get rough? So anyway, another thing here is that there's a need for you to focus less on finding a relationship, and more on getting your act together. There's a need for you to gain, get your stability together, get your get everything in order, that you're taking care of the things you need to take care of. And along that path, you'll find somebody that you meet, it works out with, that you speak with intention to, and you guys will. I always say this: you don't falling in love. I always say is like probably not the best thing, right? Because when you fall in love, it's an unintentional thing. It's this thing that like, oh, it just so happened. I fell into it. It's like, okay, think about it. You're falling down. You're gonna get hurt. I think you should take someone's hand and gently walk into love together. And that's what I mean with dating with intention. You guys are both informed, communicating. You have the same goals, you have the same values. You say, oh, this looks like it'll work. You move toward a goal together. And it's something that is intentional on both ends. Now, I'm saying this to say, you got to get things together for you and make sure you're already doing that in your own life without somebody. Are you already moving toward your goals? Are you already taking action? Are you already working on yourself? Are you willing to hear feedback? Are you introspective? Do you listen to what others say and tell you in a constructive way to where you can take it and learn from it, do better if there's anything you need to improve on, right? Because one of the biggest and one of the most important things in a partner is their ability to hear the ways that they've maybe upset you or hurt you, and to be able to have a conversation and take that and understand the impact their behavior has on you, and have a conversation surrounding that, and to adjust accordingly. That a lot of people will say, oh, well, that's changing for somebody. No, it's not. First of all, you're going to have to change in a relationship. That's just the matter. That's just how it is. And changing for someone is not, I'm sorry, when people say changing for somebody, they don't mean making adjustments to your poor behavior qualities and also catering to your partner in a way that you want to, in order to build something strong, like a connection with longevity. That's not changing for somebody. That's just being in a relationship. What they mean actually is like, don't discard your values and like do things that you're uncomfortable with and that go against who you are morally, ethically, and the things you value as a person in your life, just to appease somebody and try and get them to, see you and love you and to get their approval, right? That's what people mean when they say don't change for anybody. But a lot of people will don't change for anybody, and they'll put their foot down on their poor behavior qualities, and they'll be stubborn about it, and they'll say, oh, well, I don't need to put up with this. There's plenty of fish in the sea. I'm not going to change for anybody. No. Well, they're going to run into that problem a million times over and over again, because your own problems follow you around, right? And you're going to they'll eventually have to change it for somebody, or else people are not going to put up, people aren't going to put up with it. But that's their journey to figure out, right? Anyway, what you need to really focus on, I'll tell you right now, is your anxiety. You have a lot of anxious energy surrounding finding a partner. And that can be detrimental. Because when you think about it, you're actually what you're communicating subconsciously is that this is necessary for you to feel happiness, for you to feel complete. And it won't be until you see that you are already complete, and that happiness is not attained from anything outside or external. It is attained from within, and it is a mind state, and it is a choice. And when you're able to embody that, that is when you will find that person. It will be a dream come true. You'll find your dream person once you believe in yourself. You might have to fall down just to get it, though, a couple times. It took me a few times. I'll say this. I used to be, I don't know if you know about attachment theory, but I used to have a anxious, preoccupied attachment style. And the thing with attachment styles is that you can ultimately become securely attached. That's, there's 4 different styles, right? And anyone can become secure. but you have to kind of learn about what it is and what you know what your own programming is, and then do the work. So maybe look into attachment theory, see which one resonates with you, and you know, um, just look into that. But I'll tell you that I used to be the person that would be a people pleaser, and I would accept poor behavior qualities and less than what I deserved, and I would try to continually gain a person's approval. But that just left me with people that would just totally take advantage and just ended up being disrespectful, rude, and just it took me a few times to fall down and get it that I just need to put my foot down. I need to set firmer boundaries. I need to speak up for myself. I need to kind of be a somewhat of a hard ass for my own safety and my own health, right? And when I started doing that, which is right before I met my husband, I decided I'm going to handle this one way differently. I'm going to handle this relationship way differently, right? I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm not going to act like I need this person because I'm unable to I'm not going to make myself smaller for another person again, right? And to my surprise, that actually made us communicate better. It brought us closer. It made him respect me. And it's not that I'm not willing to compromise. It's not that I'm not willing to work with him. It's not that I'm not willing to hear. It's that I'm not going to diminish my values in order to keep a relationship. Don't ever let go of parts of yourself to keep the love, because that's not love, right? Anyway, what you don't see coming is you're going to get everything you want. You're going to find the person of your dreams, but I don't know when, but you have to have determination to work through it. You have to surrender to the whole of the circumstances. You have to cleanse what's, the subconscious programming, the things that, you look at your own behavior qualities and see where you fall on that attachment spectrum, the attachment theory. Look that up. I guarantee you it will transform your life. It transformed mine. And I have a feeling you're anxious attached. So I have a feeling you're either anxious preoccupied or fearful avoidant. And if you look into that, you can see exactly, you can watch videos on it. And I recommend Thais Gibson. Hey, shout out Thais Gibson. But personal development school, and you can definitely start to work on some of that and to become more confident in self. And that confidence will then radiate outward, and you will find somebody that really connects with you and you really click with. Okay. I'm going to pull a crystal card to close out your reading. You got peridotite. That's on peridotite. That's on period. Okay. There can be a lot of negative energy and negative emotions surrounding you from day to day. This stone neutralizes those energies and allows your spirit to absorb knowledge and wisdom. Used during meditation, it also expands your mind, and you can truly understand the beauty in life. That's so important. It kind of goes into what I was saying. It's like your ability to see the silver lining that's the key to happiness. People who are happy aren't happy because all these great things happen to them and they don't have any issues, and that their family life is great and their friends are great and blah 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 blah. Like that's not why people are happy. People are happy because they're able to look at the chaos and the mess, and they're able to see the silver lining, and they're able to extract that and set and take a new perspective and turn their pain into power, turn the stories that could have broken them into the stories that built them. That's part of what I'm saying. It's a choice, and it's a continual choice you have to make. So anyway, that's all I'll leave you with. That's all I have, and I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. Thank you.
That was great. You have some feedback also, and a thank you there. All right, I'm going to do Nettie. Let's see. I got to go up and find it. Here we go. All right, Nettie, I have a general reading for you. The card that represents you is one of thinking about moving on. Maybe you want to leave something that you've been doing, you're ready to go in a different direction. It's not in your reading, but it is represents you. Like I have something built up thinking about maybe I need to go on in a different direction. Crossing you in temporary energy is the thought of manifesting in something that you really want, like reward. So I love this card. It's not in your reading, but it's right over you. So it could be coming in. That something you really want comes into you and you get this. And I get that you're watching for it and you've got this manifesting going to get something you want to come in. So very good. Let's talk about psychic ability, Nettie, because I do have that for you. I do feel like the other side's going to give you a gift in the future of a new gift of psychic abilities. So maybe it will be clarity. Maybe it will be communication is a little bit clearer with the other side, but something's coming for you. I have the High Priestess card. That means high psychic ability. It's in your future. Past position shows a little bit of not seeing clearly, a little bit stuck. Not worried about that. It's not my big stuck card, but still, we want to be able to make decisions and know what's happening. So, talk to your guides about that. On your path in your general reading, I have a very ambitious male. So I feel like this person wants to be somebody, wants to get to the top of their field. They're very much a motivator, so they'll motivate you and help you go with your goals as well. I do get a short trip for you coming up, as well as I see whatever your work is. I see you doing that. This came up before tonight, so it means that there's no big change, but that's what you will focus on. I do get this little message from the other side to budget your money, watch your money, and don't spend it. And the reason why is I see the magician card next, and that means money making idea, and it can be an inventive um, idea that comes in where you can build something, make something, or just a great creative thing happening where they're saying, watch your money, don't spend your money, because sometimes it takes that money to make the money and to implement this. I'm going to call it intellectual property. So I see a really good money making idea coming in. So watch your spending during this time period. I want to tell you that your ultimate outcome card is a man. I do get the King of Swords. So, King of Swords is a male that has a strong personality, strong opinions, very capable, intelligent, but has a justice theme in this lifetime. So, what's right and what's wrong? He has a good sense of that. That's why he'd be great in a career as a judge, attorney, military police, something like that. But he could do anything he wants. He's very smart and very capable. Um, I'm going to say he's very Libra like and fair and all of that. But the overriding thing is he is a leader and he is very strong in his beliefs. Okay. So, ultimate outcome card is this guy crosses your path, becomes a priority in the future. And Nettie, that's what I have for you.
That was beautiful, Debbie.
Thanks.
That was lovely.
Loverly.
All right, I've chosen Daniela Batista. Wow.
I was gonna do her too. I can't wait to see what you say.
She says, I wanted to know if my husband and I were going to eventually find our dream home. So, I'm going to say yes, but I did pull some cards and I'll go through them with you. But yes, you will. As to when, I don't know, but I can tell you that it's not going to be right in the immediate immediate near future, right? And it's going to be at a time where you feel like you're going to feel like you maybe won't find it. But afterward, that's when you find it. After that, right? So you're being asked to remain hopeful through that. But either way, and I pulled some charms for you too. But either way, so the 10 of Cups here, this tells me happy home, happy family, right? So you have a good partner, you have a good relationship. You have your own, you have your own set of problems, like everybody does. I always say this about because ultimately, when you're picking a person, right, to like live your life with, ultimately, if you really think about it, you're picking a set of problems that you're okay with, that you're willing to put up with, right? I always think that's a funny way to put it. It's like, because everybody comes with their own things, right? Nobody's going to be perfect, and everybody's got their own little things, right? So essentially, when two people pick each other, they're saying, "Oh, I see your worst qualities, and I'm okay with it. I can put up with those. I'm okay with those. I can work with those, right?" So anyway, but you have a good relationship overall, and the 10 of Cups talks about a domestic partnership in like a home, like a family life, right? So right off the bat, that tells me that you are going to find your dream home. And the Two of Swords here came out, so that tells me that it's going to be a little bit, though. It's going to be, because right now what the Two of Swords is like a stalemate, right? It's equal force, opposite directions, butting heads, and gridlock. So you may feel like there's just nothing right now. You don't have any inkling of an indication that anything's available, or you're going to find something within your price range, or that you're going to be able to handle whatever, whatever the circumstances are. That's how it feels right now. So just understand that is going to change. The Nine of Wands here comes out. That's the wounded warrior. That's the fear, the coexistence of fear and hope. A lot of people who talk about manifesting, they say, they'll say that you have to absolutely do away with your fears, right? And that's true. However, that doesn't mean you have to ignore them, because anytime we just ignore something and we go, oh, I'm going to distract myself and look over here, that doesn't work, because that thing still exists, and that thing still rears its ugly head. And so ignoring it and just pretending it doesn't exist doesn't help. What you need to do is you need to deprogram the fear. And you do that by learning different, self-soothing techniques. You do that through communicating and talking through it. You do that through reassurance, auto-suggestion. You can say, I worry that, I'm just going to make a random example. Like, I worry that I won't ever get ahead in my career enough to have enough money to put a down payment on a home and secure a mortgage for, the future, whatever. But then you immediately need to follow that up with, however, I know that I have a strong relationship where we can, give each other support and work through any challenges together. And I am confident that despite the obstacles, that we will come out on top, and something's gonna give, and we can get through this, and we're gonna make it work. We're gonna figure it out. So you see the way you addressed it, and then you also gave the reassurance, and then there's the communication aspect of it. I'm summing a lot up, but what I'm trying to say is, talk about your issues, talk about the things you're fearful of, and that doesn't mean you're drawing those things in, because there's a difference between sulking and sitting in it, and then just addressing it, and then also following it up with something like positive, right? Something hopeful, something productive, a solution. That's the way through. Oftentimes people get stuck at the part of the sulking, and then they just start complaining, right? And it's like, nobody likes somebody who has a lot to say and a lot to complain about, but also has no solutions. that they're bringing to the table, that they're offering, right? So it's like you can't be sorry, Debbie, I'm gonna say it. You can't be a Debbie Downer. And not her, not Debbie. Debbie's not a Debbie Downer. But you can't be a Debbie Downer and also not have some sort of like solution or some sort of like idea, right? Because then you're just like being annoying, right? And you're like, what are you, how are you making this any better, right? It's not helpful. So anyway, my point is, through the worry, through the concerns, through the fear, keep hope and talk about it equally as much, if not more. And work through that with your husband. The thing is that you and your husband, you have a really good relationship. I'm seeing a lot of loyalty here. You have a very loyal partner. So, you know, I love that for you. And you are a loyal person as well. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency, right? You guys have a shared vision. And with that shared vision, the more you communicate it, the more you are, you know, have you ever seen that, like, anyone who wins an award, what's like the number one thing anybody on stage winning an award says? They all literally say the same thing. They say, I saw this in my mind. I saw myself up here, or I saw myself this. They're envisioning it. That's so interesting, right? That everybody says that. So you got to hold that vision in your mind's eye. And when you and your partner have this vision and you guys are communicating it and you're taking action and you're following up all the concerns and the fears and the worries with this positive, actionable, tangible results, tangible solutions, it's not a matter of if you're going to get it. It's just a matter of when. It will come, like, no doubt about it, right? And then there's this aspect of acceptance that is needed here. You need to release control. The path to something is not necessarily the path you think is the way to something, is not necessarily the path that has to happen. Probably not the path that's going to happen most of the time. And it also does not mean that there's not another way. So I always like break it down into like A, B, C to make it easy. So like you may think, in order to get to point D, right, A, B, and C have to happen. And then so A happens, great, hurrah. B happens, oh my gosh, yay, excitement. C doesn't happen, C fails, right? Suddenly you're like, D is unavailable, and you go and you just uproot everything. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like I can't get there now because like this didn't happen. That's not true. Like, how it's very naive and also very ignorant of us to think that like the this like this like expansive universe, right, and this like how do I say, like eternity and like all of that we're able to see all of the options that are available in this infinite space that we live in, right? It's our perspective is so limited, is what I'm saying. And just because you can't see the pathway there doesn't mean it doesn't exist. This is an infinite universe full of infinite possibilities. And so you may not understand that, but that's what I mean by don't lose hope. Don't lose the hope just because you can't see the way there. And accept what is. Release the control of like, oh, it has to go this way. It has to be this. It has to be this. Because there's something to gain in taking a step back, breathing, allowing it to, go the way it goes, embracing the rhythm, and accepting good enough. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. Sometimes we want something to be so good or perfect or whatever, and we don't accept what's good enough. We don't accept the little nuances of life, of like, for example, with people, everyone's difficult at the end of the day. We're all difficult at the end of the day. Like, we're all multi-layered, complex, individuals with these emotions. It's really, you know, everyone's living their own life full of their own problems and their own emotions. And it's like, at the end of the day, we all have our bad days where we're just like, we're difficult to put up with, to deal with, to, you know, everybody. So a lot of the times we'll give somebody a lot of crap about something they're doing, but fail to realize that if not just the same amount, maybe more even, we're also this unpleasant person. And it, you know, difficult to understand and deal with. So acceptance of what's good enough. Is this person like, is the, and I'm talking about people right now, but we're going to put it toward a house. Like, your dream home doesn't necessarily need to be every single box checked off. You know, you might pass up some opportunities and some things you might look back on and regret if you are too much of a stickler. So communicate, compromise, and find what's good enough and build something off of that. There's a lot that you can build, you know, in a space that maybe wasn't exactly what you thought it was or wanted it to be, right from the beginning. Anyway, what the charms say here is that the pine cone is abundance, right? So you may not feel like you're able to get it done or attain this, but you have some sort, if you're able to apply what I said in this reading, abundance will come to you. There will be some sort of breakthrough here, right? The key, the flying heart with the wings and the key, that's a soulmate connection. So this is like a soul contract you have with your husband. You have a very good relationship. I'm just going to say that. So again, that's like very strong here. You have a very good relationship. So I love that for you. There's a crutch here though. So make sure there's not something you're leaning on that you absolutely, that if it were taken away, you'd fall. Because that could be what's hindering you, right? Maybe there's some sort of hindrance in you attaining your goals because you currently have like a crutch on something. I'm not really sure how maybe that makes sense to you. But the strawberry here is fruitful. So again, it goes along with like abundance and the fruit on the vine, right? So there is something rewarding coming to you. And the dolphin. The dolphin is making intelligent choices, smart moves. Be wise, okay? Use discernment. Don't be fooled. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Especially in real estate, especially in, you know, there's a lot of scams out there. So be intelligent, be wise, do your research. Don't jump into something because of excitement and not take the time to, you know, really figure it out and feel it out, right? What you don't see coming though, 8 of Wands, change, movement, a lot of it, okay? So the ball's going to get rolling for you. Just remain with that vision, hold that vision true in your mind's eye, okay? And don't lose sight of it. Anyway, that's all I have for you, and I hope it helps.
Thank you. I'm going to do Emily. Now, Emily, when I do readings, the when and the where, I need more time, so I can't go looking for that for tonight. But I have some information for you. I know who. Okay. I want to tell you, they show me that you have psychic ability, so I honor that. The first card that comes down that represents you is the messenger of love, romance, and good news. So you're thinking about love. You have a lot of big decisions to make. So make sure that you are connected to your spiritual team and you're asking them for clarity because the big decisions in life are just right over you. I do see a new job or a new stream of money or a new project coming in the future for you. The past shows me a little bit being guarded and watchful. which is fine. It's in the past right now. Let me just tell you some of the things they're telling me. One is, again, having clarity and being a little stuck. You need to work with your spirit team on this because you need to be moving. You need to know how, and to make a really great decision for yourself and to do it kind of fast. So, because I get this stuck card, you do have some money that will be coming in, as well as I think it stems from some kind of, we'll call it an investment. I also get some very great females, women that are coming on your path, and an entrepreneurial card. So I asked them because I'm looking for the soulmate. Okay. Also, I do get a very creative card for you, but it does show me they went and said, okay, she is going to get married and she is going to have a very good relationship. I am going to predict it's not with your soulmate. So they are showing me someone that eventually comes that is more money minded. And then I go, what's with the connection with this man? And I get past lives. That doesn't mean soulmate. And so I ask, who is the soulmate? And I get a very loving card. This is the King of Cups. This is a compassionate, loving, and I hear evolved person. So the energy would be someone who's very loving and compassionate, trustworthy and loyal, all of that, which I also feel for you. And I feel like that this person is celebrated, and this person is talented, and I get a lot of great things there, but I don't get a connection, um, as that he is going to be super involved in this lifetime with you. I just don't. I looked at a lot of cards and I've got to get it right away. But it does show me a money-minded male coming in with a very good relationship and marriage. But I'm going to say I don't see it with the soulmate. All right. And sorry to say that to you, but I have to tell you what I see. And that's what I get. All right. Thank
That
you
was
for
lovely.
coming in, Emily.
I have two people I want to give a pendulum answer to real quick. Sabrina, please can you tell me if I will reconnect with a male I am in no contact with? Thanks so much. I'm getting here. Wait, hold on. I'm getting here that before I just do the pendulum, I'm just getting here that you likely will hear from this person again. I don't think it's ever going to be what you are wanting it to transform into. And here, let me tell you what's actually going to happen. So you need to focus on the ways that you are limiting and bringing yourself and lowering your standard for a person, when instead, and it has to do with this maybe this like lack of confidence you have, or maybe a lack of like value in yourself, and a lack of appreciation for yourself. Maybe you feel like maybe you have a kind of a personality where you're able to be easily persuaded into thinking that you were in the wrong about something for just like having emotions or feelings, or for just getting upset about something, and like you're easily guilted because you don't like the feeling of upsetting another person. And when people are maybe manipulative, they easily take advantage of you because they can guilt you. And then you'll fall head over heels trying to please them. That's really rough, and I'm sorry, but you don't need to do that. You don't need to put up with people like that, and you don't need to. You need to. I hate this term because it sounds so. I hate it when people say. I would hate it when people would say it, but like you need to like love yourself more. You need to pick yourself. You need to choose you. And understand that there's somebody that will appreciate all those quirks. There's somebody that will appreciate. They're not going to tell you you're too much. They're not going to tell you that you're tripping. They're not going to tell you that you're out of, that your emotions are too much, right? It's like if I'm too much, go find less. Then I don't know what to tell you. But I'm going to say that what's going to happen is actually you're going to have this like glow up and this self-realization, and this person is going to then be drawn back toward you because of that. And after the time that's passed, you're actually not going to be interested anymore. It's going to be really interesting actually, and it'll be like a too little too late thing. You know, you did too little too late, I'm over it type thing. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that. But let's just ask the pendulum. I'm pretty sure it's gonna say yes. But I'm telling you it's not in the way you think. Can you even see the pendulum? No, you can't. Hold on.
I got it.
I think it's gonna say yes, but again, not reconnecting in the way that you are thinking. Yeah. See, yes. So you will reconnect with this person for a relationship. Yeah. See, no. No, I think it's if you notice, if it started going back and forth, left and right when I asked for a relationship. So it's not going to. I think it's more for our conversation. I think it's more for. It's actually going to be for them to get closure, because you're going to have already received your closure because you give it to yourself. But you are the love card came out here. Hold on. The love card came out. But it also came out with confidence. And then it came out with I am appreciated. And what that tells me is that this love card does not mean that loving relationship with this person. What it means is that a newfound appreciation and self-love for which boosts your confidence, which then brings somebody coming back to you that you don't want anymore, because if you can't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, right? So, and I'm not saying you're at your worst, it's just a saying, but I hope you get it. Anyway, that's all I have for you. I wish you the best. And then I wanted to do this one. I swiped right on my Crush a Cancer profile on a dating app. Do you see him noticing and liking my profile back? Something romantic beginning between us two. Let's see. I'm getting a no. I'm getting a no. But don't be discouraged, okay? It's not a matter of. I'll say this. Have you ever heard rejection is God's protection, or rejection is redirection, or any of those types of sayings? It's so true, because I just had a conversation with one of my friends about this. Actually, it was like, sometimes, first of all, everybody deals with rejection and faces rejection in their life, right? And they, with dating apps and with the whole swiping thing, at least they've taken out the like confrontational and like the knowledge of rejection, right? You don't get to know who didn't swipe right? You just get to know who did, right? Anyway, my point is, everybody faces rejection, even the most well put together and most beautiful, or whoever, you know, if perceived beauty people, they all face rejection too. They all get that. There's people that don't like us. There's people that do like us. That's just the matter of life, right? Not everyone's gonna like us. And it does suck, and it does hurt, and it does feel a little like, oh, when we like somebody or have that feeling towards someone and they don't reciprocate, right? I totally get that. I'm not saying that, I'm not downplaying that. What I am saying though is that don't ever, it's interesting how some of us take rejection and we go, oh, that means I need to try harder. That means I need to like, because that's not what it means. It means that you need to redirect. It means that you need to, that like you're being protected from something. You're being protected from an incompatibility. Because when somebody doesn't have the same feelings back, or somebody doesn't reciprocate, or somebody doesn't feel the same way, or look at you the same way, that it should be of concern to you that that is not an immediate turnoff. You should be, that should immediately make you go, okay, well, that's not for me. I don't want that. Because why would you want somebody that doesn't want you back? Why? And I know that with the whole situation right now, there's no way for you to know. So that you're asking, I'm not saying that you may not even feel that way. Like, but I'm saying, just think about it. If somebody is not willing to see you, value you, show up for you, want you back in the same way, why work harder for that? You don't, that should immediately redirect you and say, you know, that's not for me. That's not for me. And it's not personal, and it's not something because I'm not good enough. It's not because I don't have something. It's because it's not for me. And not everything is for me, right? There's a, you'll find your people, you'll find your person, you'll find your direction. But this one's not it. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, I hope it helped.
Hello.
But Debbie,
we are about 13 minutes over our hour.
alrighty. Well, thank you all for joining. If you'd like to book a personal or private reading with me, or one of my other services I offer, I'm going to put a QR code up, and you can see a list of, it takes you to my booking site and a list of services that I offer, and to check it out.
Very good.
Great. Thank you. It was great to be here. And thank you, everybody, for the support. And please like the video. Please follow our channels. And we are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if we didn't get to you today, please come back on Friday, and we'll get to you then.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. Have a nice night and a safe evening. Bye, everybody.
Bye.